going to talk about Tien Tai Buddhism. This is a major type of Buddhism founded in China by Master Zhi, who lived in the Tien Tai mountain in the Zhejiang province. Therefore, the name Tien Tai. This school of Buddhism is based off the Lotus Sutra, which incorporates all Buddha's teaching, and it emphasizes on the one Buddha vehicle, which means that we all inherently have the absolute mind, the Buddha nature, and we are meant to reach Buddhahood. Master Zhi, he's famous for his ranking of the Buddha's teaching into 5 periods and 8 teachings. Now let's first look at the 5 periods. The first period is the Avantasaka period. That is the Flower Adornment Sutra. When Buddha first became enlightened, that's what he really wants to share with us, is the state of the Buddha, the incredible nature of their mind. This is an exposition of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, their way of reaching enlightenment, their incredible states of being a Buddha. This is all about the broadness of our mind. We call it the Dhammatatu. Our mind is the center of the universe, the vast entire Dharma realm, and the vast emptiness is our mind. So everyone in this universe is one with us. That's the grandness of our mind. So this is the king of all kings, of all Buddhism scriptures. Buddha really wanted to share with us. However, Buddha realized not all sentient beings can believe or understand this kind of profound teaching. Therefore, he decided to change his teaching to the Agama period, expounding the 4 Agama Sutras, the long Agama Sutra. 2 is the medium length Agama Sutra, the miscellaneous Agama Sutra. The last one is increasing by 1 Agama Sutra. This is all Theravada Buddhism, teaching us how to get rid of the self and be out of reincarnation. Their focus is to become an arhat. These people, they are not interested in becoming a bodhisattva to save sentient beings or reach Buddhahood. They just want to leave the 6 rounds of reincarnation. So Buddha is tailoring his teaching toward these kind of people. Therefore, he has this period of teaching. But that's not what he really wanted to teach. So he moved on to the 3rd period, Bipolar period. It's the expansive period. Now there's extensive Mahayana teaching coming out. This is the period where we learn about the Pure Land Buddhism. All the Pure Land Sutras are from this period. And also Mahayana teachings such as the Vimalakirti Sutra. It talks about a layman practitioner who has incredible wisdom that expounded Mahayana teaching such as non-dualism. There's no dualism in anything, not the subject or the object, not the self, not the selfless. There's just one Buddha nature. The 4th period is the Prajna period. Prajna is wisdom. We want to move toward the wisdom of true emptiness. This is not the emptiness in the Theravada Buddhism. This is all conditioned existence are empty in its nature. This includes the Heart Sutra, the Diamond Sutra, that really help us to let go of all our attachment to the world of form, to all the worldly appearances. So Prajna is like the light that is getting rid of our ignorance. That's major Mahayana teaching. Then we move on to the Dharma Ponderic Nirvana teaching. That's the Lotus Sutra and the Nirvana Sutra. Buddha shared this at the end of his life because there's no time left. What he really wanted to say is the one Buddha vehicle. We all have the Buddha nature within us. We are supposed to be Buddhas. We're not supposed to just be Arhat or Pratyeka Buddha and not even Bodhisattvas. We are supposed to reach Buddhahood and reach final enlightenment. These 5 periods of teaching, oftentimes we say this is the first 21 days after Buddha became enlightened. This is 12 years of the Agama's teaching, 8 years of the Valpola teaching, and 22 years of the Prajna teaching, and the last 7 years is the Lotus Sutra and the Nirvana Sutra, but it's not necessarily in this order because Buddha is very flexible. Depending on the capacity of the student at the time, he will expound all kinds of teaching throughout his 49 years. So these 5 periods of teaching in the Nirvana Sutra, it used the analogy of the milk. When Buddha first expounded the Avantasaka Sutra, it's like freshly squeezed milk out of the cow. But not everybody can accept, so Buddha moved on to the Agamas period. This is like turning the milk into cream, so people can more likely to accept. Then we turn to the Vaipoya period. That's like turning the cream into curd. Curd is coagulated sour milk. It's more processed for intake. Then we move on to the Prajna period. It's like turning the curd into butter. So it's even more refined. Lastly is the Dharma Panduruk period. That's like the ghee. Ghee is the most refined type of fat or oil used for cooking in India. It's not found here, but that's supposed to be the more refined and most delicious form of milk you can find. That's describing the preciousness of the Lotus Sutra. So this is the 5 periods in this state of richness of Buddha's teaching. We move on to the 8 teachings. It consists of the 4-fold doctrines of conversion and 4-fold methods of conversion. Let's first talk about the 4-fold doctrines of conversion. The first one is Tripitaka. This is the Theravada Buddhism. We call it the store teaching. It consists of the 3 canons of Buddhism, Sutra, Vinaya, and Shastras. Sutra means concentration, Vinaya means precepts, and Shastra means wisdom. It's not apart from the 3 aspects of learning of precepts, concentration, and wisdom to get rid of our greed, anger, and ignorance. So Theravada Buddhists are very firm in this practice. They really want to become an arhat and be out of the 6 rounds of reincarnation. Then Buddha has the common teaching. Common also means shared teaching. So it's common to the Theravada vehicle and the great vehicle, the Mahayana. This includes the Vaipoya period and the Prajna period. All these are common to trying to help all the Theravada Buddhists to get to know Mahayana Buddhism. So it's a lot about Prajna, about emptiness. When you realize real emptiness, you will realize reincarnation, samsara, and nirvana is both empty in nature. So you get rid of all your attachment to the Dharma as well. Then there's the distinctive teaching. It's special teaching only for the Bodhisattvas. Help all sentient beings become enlightened. So this is a distinctive teaching. It also includes Vaipoya period and the Prajna period. A lot of it is like the conscious-only school of Buddhism that really help us delve into the workings of our mind and to bring ourselves out of the deluded consciousness into our pure nature, our pure wisdom. Finally, we have the complete teaching. It's like the Lotus Sutra that is telling us we are perfect and complete in our Buddha nature. There's nothing else we need. We just need to know that we have the true nature. We have the absolute mind just as Buddha. So Buddha's teaching, it looks like there's many different types of teaching, but there's only one flavor, one way that is a complete, perfect teaching. We are all supposed to reach supreme, perfect enlightenment, Anuttara Samya Sambodhi. The first 3 types of doctrine are all expedient ways. They're skillful means of Buddha brought about because everybody has different capacities of learning, have different interests. That's why Buddha had to use these teachings to help us to start learning Buddhism. But what he really wants us to learn is the real teaching. Every day you should understand that you are a Buddha. It doesn't matter what you practice anymore. If you are pure land Buddhist, when you chant Amitabha, the mind that is chanting Amitabha is the mind of the Buddha. You are Amitabha. If you are a Zen practitioner, you meditate to go inward into your true mind. All you want to do is to go inside and find your absolute mind. So it doesn't matter which kind of school of Buddhism you practice, the only goal is to reach Buddhahood. In this Lotus Sutra, in this Tien Tai Buddhism, it's very clear in helping us find our true Buddha nature. It's called exposing the expedient and revealing the real. Take away all the expedient means. At the end, just reveal the real teaching. Now let's look at the fourfold methods of conversion. These are like the ways Buddha is teaching. The first one is the sudden teaching, the immediate enlightenment. Just like expounded in the Avantasaka Sutra, we are the Dharma Tatu, the Buddha nature. The entire universe is us. Our mind is the Buddha. The gradual teaching, that's the Agamas period, the Valpoa period, and the Prajna period. Beginning gradual, the middle gradual, and the final gradual. Little by little, bringing you to Buddhahood, to enlightenment. It's not the sudden teaching. Then we have the secret and the variable. The sudden is the Avantasaka, the gradual is 2, 3, and 4. The secret and the variable is all first 4. The Lotus Sutra is completely separate from these 4. So what is the secret teaching? Sometimes when Buddha expounds Dharma in the audience, the Buddha will transmit some teaching through his psychic power to certain students that he will reach enlightenment in a secret manner. Only Buddha can do this. No one else in the audience will know what Buddha is doing to that student, except the student himself. Then there is the variable teaching. Variable teaching is out in the open. Different students learn different things, even in the same Dharma teaching. For example, in the Mahayana teaching, you can have a Theravada enlightenment. In the Stragama Sutra, the daughter of Montanji, she heard the Mahayana teaching of the Stragama Sutra. She became an arhat. So everybody can reach different state from listening to Mahayana teaching. They might have a Theravada enlightenment, or you learn the Gamma Sutra and you have a Mahayana enlightenment. So everybody varies depending on their capacities and their liking. These are 4 methods of teaching. But what about the Lotus Sutra? It's beyond sudden, it's beyond gradual, it has no secrets, and has no variables. When you learn the Lotus Sutra, there's only one teaching, which is the perfect, complete teaching. You will not learn anything else but the fact that you are supposed to be a Buddha. It's very, very firm, very sure. Buddha gives a lot of hope and faith that we are supposed to be Buddhas. Supreme perfect enlightenment, Anuttara Samya Sambuddhi, is what we're supposed to be. This is the perfect teaching. That's what Tien Tai Buddhism is all about. It has this extensive way of ranking Buddha's teaching just to let us know how important the complete teaching is. So it goes to this very, very extensive system just to point out that we are supposed to reach Buddhahood. Lastly, I want to share a parable from the Lotus Sutra. There is a king that always rewards his soldiers by giving them lavish presents such as big houses, clothing, treasures of gold and silver. But he has this precious jewel in his top knot that he does not give to anybody. Only if there's a soldier that is perfect in his combat and is able to triumph through all evils, then he will give away this perfect jewel to him. So what does this mean? The king is Shakyamuni Buddha. all the lavish presents, they are like his teachings before the Lotus Sutra. They are only precious teachings for us to learn Buddhism, but they are nothing like the precious jewel in his top knot. That's like the Lotus Sutra. He only gives it when it's the right time and the right condition because it's so precious. We wouldn't understand until you learn all these and you realize what's most valuable. Do not let our teacher down. He really wants us to reach Buddhahood. Do not waste your life away working on the mundane world and not having any spiritual enlightenment. You can use all kinds of teaching. They will help you to reach Buddhahood. So it doesn't matter what you practice. They are all causes for you to reach Buddhahood. So the lotus means cause and the effect happen at the same time. So it doesn't matter if you are a Theravada Buddhist, you are practicing your precepts, concentration, and wisdom. At that time, your Buddhahood is coming into fruition. There's no doubt about it. The cause and the effect, it happens simultaneously. All teachings will bring you to Buddhahood eventually. It's just sooner or later. So believe in Buddha's teaching. Get rid of our greed, anger, and ignorance, and let our absolute mind come out. Then we are really the person that the king gave away the precious jewel in his top knot to. Thank you for listening. Amitabha.